Well, hello, welcome back to the broadcast. And today I want to share with you a message called Lift Up Your Heads. And here's where I was inspired to produce this particular message. So today I went to a workshop and I got to one session, and the topic that was being covered was a little bit heavier topic. So I was at the table with four other people. And so as the topic progressed, I watched one gentleman just hold his head down, and he had his hands coupled, and he wasn't looking like he's praying, but he just didn't check out. But that was just his response to the message. So when the workshop was over, the gentleman who was sitting to my right, he was just kind of talking and sharing some of the challenges that he had in his health for the past 5 years. So I was kind of offering a prayer, and actually I kind of he started holding his head down too, and I was just sitting there like, what is the deal with these heads held down here today? So I didn't know if he didn't know how to receive it, so I just kind of spoke the prayer in a sentence, real gently. But I knew he'd been struggling, and maybe he just didn't want to break. How it's kind of hard to sometimes receive prayer. I don't know, but you never know what response you're going to get. But anyway, and the other two people, they were kind of talking together afterwards. So I was inspired to reach back to a poem that I wrote in April of 2013 called Lift Up Your Heads. And it comes from Psalms 24, verse 7. So I want to read that real quick. Lift up your heads, O you gates, and be lifted up, you everlasting doors, and the King of glory will come in. 8 goes, who is this King of glory? The Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Then it goes back again in verse 9 and says, lift up your heads, O ye gates, and lift them up, ye everlasting doors, and the King of glory shall come in. So my encouragement is through these three thoughts that, these are thoughts that could easily be had right now. The first one, Lord, I'm going through. And he's telling you, all right, well, you just keep on refocus yourself and keep on walking all the way through to the other side. And then if you said, Lord, I need help, he's answering, I will help you. And Isaiah 41, 10 and 13, Nehemiah 4, 19 and 20 would be some good verses that you would look at for if you need some help, or if you feel like you need some help. A lot of times you feel like you need help if you're in opposition, if you have more to do than you have time. I mean, there's a number of circumstances that you might feel like you need help. All right, then the last area before the poem is, Lord, will this ever be over? I don't know about you, but all of us could just about stop in on this question. So he's just saying, make sure you keep a perspective on not just the temporal, but the eternal. So from beginning to end, he gives us 66 books that give us enlightenment, give us courage. There's all kind of apps out there. You can get one verse a day, but it's available for us to try to keep us inspired and try to balance what is coming in to your mind and to your ears in this time. All right, so here we go with our poem. You ready? It's called Lift Up Your Heads, because as long as we are here and breathing, we have an assignment. We have a purpose. And so it begins. You are on assignment, and the books will shortly close. The pressure has been on a while, and our God surely knows. While you have lain awake at night, a quiet saint has prayed, and our God has stood above the clouds, observing where you've laid. You have not gone unnoticed, and God has not despaired. He glanced at his eternal watch, and then he did declare, in just a short space of time, only a click or two, I'll call back all that once was mine, and will make all things new. So hold on tight and touch a friend, assure them all is well, since I have said, and it shall be, that no darkness shall prevail. So I hope you're encouraged today. If it has been encouraged in you, please share it with a friend, and I'll see you on our next broadcast.